Welcome back to the Puksas Cup. Today, Carry Esports are taking on Sword Assassin. First up, Zekin is coming in. As you can see, the Dragon Duke is allowed in this match, although Zekin isn't using it, so that's kind of awkward. Anyways, sets up a Flame Flinger towards the right-hand side of the base. Warden charging into the left-hand side here with the Super Bowlers to follow up. Okay, very interesting indeed. Let's see what Mr. Zekin can do here with his Super Bowlers. Looking good so far. Rages up that Warden, gets through the Scatter and the Expo and the Multi-Archer Tower nice and quick. Flame Flinger still looking strong on the right-hand side of the base. Super Bowlers look like they're going to be going right into the Merge Cannon with the Minion Prince and the King there. They are indeed, as he has set a bit of a funnel with, I think, a couple of, what was that, like a Yeti or something? I don't know. Anyways, Super Bowlers now coming in to the core. Overgrowths the Bomb Hive and jumps into the core. Very interesting approach. RC now coming in to the Ricochet Cannon. Skelly spells onto the Ricochet Cannon and the Queen. Siege Barracks is going to pop, but those Yetis are going to support the RC, so that's always good. Poison spell onto the CC. King, Queen, Super Bowlers now moving in, but hold on. The Super Bowlers look like they are walking. Tries to get a Druid onto the RC. Does work out, but the Fox does go down. Eternal Tome now being popped. 2 totem spells with an invis left to use. Lava Hound stalling up the Queen. Totem onto the Revenge Tower. RC finding every single spring trap but keeps her alive with an invis spell. Super Bowlers trying their best on the back end of the base, but it's fizzling out here. And 2 Super Wizard Towers on the back end might be enough to hold this one. Unfortunately, the healers have gone to the Yetis, but hold on. The Queen has a chance here, maybe. It looks like he's running into all of the traps, though. He needs the Warden to stay alive with the Giant. Totem onto the Super Wizard Tower. Giant. Can he get down the Inferno Tower in the core? I think he might be able to. Hold on a minute. Oh, no. The Inferno Tower just barely goes down. Sorry, barely doesn't go down. The Queen dies to the Super Wizard Tower. And it's a very close 96% 2-star. Just kidding. 95% 2-star for Zekin. Chien is under attack from, I think, is that Japanese, I want to say? I don't know. But he is attacking here for Sword Assassin. It is going to be the Dragon Duke with the Electro Dragons. Another Flame Flinger to start this one off. Okay, couple of archers to support the Flame Flinger. Take down some of those trash buildings. Interesting spot for the Flame Flinger. Does go right into 2 ground expos. Just kidding. Here comes the RC with the Skelly spell and the Earthquake spell. Interesting. He doesn't bring any Queen on this one. Very interesting indeed. I feel like we do normally always see the Queen with the E-Drags, but the RC gets some really nice value there. Takes down this entire compartment. And I assume he's setting up for an entry into the backside of this Fire Spitter. Nope, just kidding. He is going to go behind the Air Sweepers. That makes more sense, actually. That indeed does make more sense. Nice spread with the E-Drags. Dragon Duke coming in towards the right-hand side of the base. Eternal Tome with a couple of rage spells in there. With the E-Drags now. Looking good so far. Finds the Nado. Okay. Dragon Duke taking a lot of damage, but he should be alright for now. Does get some nice health ability. Recovery, is it called? When you do a pop his ability. Minion Prince ability is very clean through the core. E-Drags, though, fizzling out with the Inferno Towers. Dragon Duke ability is popped. I think it's looking good, right? Oh, wait, he should have saved the Dragon Duke. Hold on. He almost certainly should have saved the Dragon Duke there with his Totem spell. Oh, the Minion Prince finding 3 Seeking Air Mines. Why didn't he save the Dragon Duke? He's messed up. He's messed up. He went unresponsive. He went unresponsive, and now things are getting a bit dicey. Does still have 3 healthy Electro Dragons left alive. But the Warden goes down to the multi-archer tower. Totem spell. Oh, doesn't quite keep him alive. Here comes a couple of rocket balloons. Nice free spell. Does he still have it? I'm not too sure. The mono could hold here. It's got a lot of work to do. E-Drags. Beautiful change through the core. 24 seconds on the clock. Phoenix does some great work on cleanup. And the Monolith is going to be overwhelmed now by these final E-Drags. He does recover this one and secures a 3-star for Sword Assassin. Kai is up next for Carry Esports. By the way, I do realise there is no stats bot. Unfortunately, the bot is down, so there isn't any stats for this match. Anyways, Kai with a fireball onto the Rage Tower. Once again, though, Carry Esports choosing not to use the Dragon Duke. Very interesting. I feel like the Dragon Duke is a go-to hero, but apparently they don't seem too fond of him, I guess. Throwers, though, for Kai after the fireball, going right into the Town Hall with the Revenge Tower with the throwers. Totem spell onto the Bomb Hive to make sure the healers don't get hit. Maybe was necessary. I'm not too sure, but I think it's a safe play, so I like it. Log launcher to open up the walls into the Town Hall. RC on the opposite side of the base. Interesting approach indeed. Interesting approach. Whoa! King with the stick horse. Diving into the core. Would the Dragon Duke just have been a better option though, maybe? I don't know. Let's find out. King is going to provide some tanking for the RC though. He gets down the Bomb Hive and the Fire Spitter in the core. Oh, this is looking really good. This is looking really, 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 really good. That King play was so sick. RC with her ability. Queen with her ability. Totem spell probably will be used onto the long shot tower and the Monolith on the back end. Icehound pops. Doesn't freeze up much. RC ability popped. Queen ability popped. There's the final totem spell. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a 3-star for Kai to respond to Sword Assassin's 3-star. The score now is going to be 5-3. So let's see if Sword Assassin can get another 3-star to keep their lead in this match. But as you guys can see, 50 seconds left on the clock. Nothing going to stop him now. Couple of air, what are they called? Air skellies and spring traps. Take down a couple more throwers. But the queen is there. Whoa, hold on. Okay, there's an archer. He's good. He's good. It's a 3-star. Let's get into the next one. Okay, next up, we have another name that I cannot pronounce. It's going to be the Root Riders with the throwers and making use of the Dragon Duke on this one. RC charge to start it off. Okay. Let's see what he can do. Going with the RC charge into the mono. Interesting army comp. He does have throwers and a couple of Root Riders. Throwers to try and reach in. Maybe grab the Town Hall or the long shot or something. Not too sure. But it's looking good so far. Invis spell onto the RC. Once again, it goes for the double cycle now. To stop the long shot from hitting the RC. Okay. And trying to get down the Fire Spitter before recalling the RC. Can she get down the Expo as well? She certainly can. Nice start. Root Riders probably into the opposite side of the base if I had to guess. Although the Bomb Hive could be a little bit annoying if he does that. He is going to go for it. Okay. He is going to go for it. I'm a bit worried about that Bomb Hive though. It's hitting him from literally the opposite side of the map. Literally the opposite side of the map. Now sending in the Queen. Unicorn on her. Overgrowth onto the Bomb Hive. Dragon Duke replacing the King on this one. That does leave the Queen quite vulnerable to ground damage. I'm not too sure about that one. I'm not too sure about that one. Not going to lie. Does feel like he's forcing the Dragon Duke usage a bit on this one, but he is getting some nice value here. A couple of rocket balloons are going to deactivate his passive ability. Eternal Tome popped in the core. Okay. Final overgrowth spell used on the back end of the base. Dragon Duke barely holding on to his ability. It's going to be forced by the merge cannon, but a nice stun. RC ability also being popped, and ladies and gentlemen, it is looking good for whatever that says in Chinese. I've got no idea, or whatever language that is. I don't know. Pops the Queen ability though. 3 super barbs to clean up. It's not even really close. The Ricochet Cannon and the Inferno Tower might do something here, but the Dragon Duke is still alive. He's getting raged up by the Rage Gem. The Warden goes down, which is a little bit awkward. Don't know how that happened. 2 super barbs on the back end for cleanup. RC, Queen and Dragon Duke still alive. Throwers punching a wall somehow. I don't know how. And it's another 3-star for Sword Assassin. Ueta is up next then for Carry Esports. The Super Bowlers being used here once again. And they're still not using the Dragon Duke. I mean, have they been watching the last 2 attacks from Sword Assassin? The Dragon Duke has completely carried those 2 attacks. I don't know, dude. Very weird. Very, very weird indeed. Anyways, does rage up the Warden with the Super Bowlers. Flame Flinger on the top side of the base. Okay, I like the plan. Warden Jelly going to wear off any second now. 5 more seconds. Should retarget to the Expo beforehand, though. Nice. So he is going to get the Expo down with the Warden in nice time. Okay. Okay, indeed. Here we go then. Queen and Super Bowlers into the Town Hall side of the base here. That air defense could cause some issues with the healers. Little bit worrying, not gonna lie. The healers are definitely in range of that air defense right now as we speak. Oh boy. Yep. Yep. Totem onto the air defense, and the long shot will distract it for a moment. The Ice Hound, though, doing some great stalling up here. Rages up the Super Bowlers, but the Queen hangs back behind to get down the Ice Pups. Ooh, save your Warden. Okay, or don't. Or don't save your Warden and watch him die. Interesting play. Interesting play. King and RC now on the opposite side of the base to force them into the core. Does now save his Warden with a totem spell. But no Eternal Tome in the core is going to be very ugly. Let's see what you can do, though. Oh, save your RC, maybe? Okay, or don't. I guess don't, then. Yep. Oh, okay. Somehow the RC is still alive. She just dodged that bomb like crazy. But the Warden dies. No Eternal Tome. He has 3 spells. Do something. Oh, my God. He just swagged his RC, basically. Oh, boy. Oh boy, free spell, just decides to swag it, I guess. And as you guys can see, it's turning out to be a very low percentage here. Very sloppy attack from Ueta. Looks like he'll push it maybe around the 75% mark. Super Hua is up next. Kai's base making use of Earthquake spell towers. So Mr. Super Hua just going to use the air spam. I mean, perfectly rational. Makes a lot of sense. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what he can do. Charging the Dragon Duke into the Revenge Tower. Interesting. Pops his ability. He has 2 revive spells. Oh, hold on a minute. Oh, hold on a minute. Oh, hold on a damned minute. Here comes the Queen with the Siege Barracks on the opposite side of the base. Skelly spell to block the Bomb Hive and distract the Long Shot and the Queen there. And just spams the dragons into the middle. Can revive the Dragon Duke anytime he wants, and he's going to do that now. Oh my God, this is just going to be ridiculous, isn't it? This is just going to be ridiculous, isn't it? I can just tell already. The Dragon Duke... Oh, the Warden went down, though. How did the Warden die? maybe revive the Warden for the Rage Gem? I think he has to, right? I think he revives the Warden here. He's not going to, though. He's going to save it. Interesting. Okay. Doesn't care about the Rage Gem. But, I mean, it's looking so crushed. Still has that minion principality. Super minions coming out of the CC. Dragon Duke nice and healthy. He's going to die. But what does it matter? He's just going to revive the Dragon Duke again. Do it soon, though. Hold on. Revive the Dragon Duke, bro. There we go. There we go. Don't know why he waited there for like 10 seconds. But it's, you know, is what it is, I guess. Queen goes down, though. Air defense goes down. Only the long shot tower left standing here. And it's going to be overwhelmed by the remaining troops. I mean, come on. Carry Esports have to catch on at this point. Use the Dragon Duke and you will 3-star. And Super Assassin, oh sorry, Sword Assassin even, on for the perfect war. Chien up next for Carry Esports. Oh my god, what it... Hello, Carry Esports. Has anyone told them that the Dragon Duke exists? Guys, use the Dragon Duke, you'll 3-star. Anyways, zaps onto the core for Chien, takes down the Bomb Hive, the Inferno Tower, and the Spell Tower. Nice value there. Okay. Warden now coming in to the 6 o'clock corner of the base. Rages him up to get him through the multi-archer tower and the expo. Nice and quick. Is he going to enter into the town hall afterwards? Probably, to get those fire spitters down nice and early. If I had to guess. Jelly going to wear off any second now. And now Jelly wears off. Oh, just kidding. He placed the Warden down late. So the Jelly has a couple extra seconds there. Does get down the Builder Hut. And what was that? An air sweeper or something? I don't know. Yeah, it was an air sweeper. It was indeed an air sweeper. Queen takes some damage from the Ricochet Cannon. Healers switch over. No need to invest any spells right now. Throwers entering right into the Town Hall. Ice Golem freezing up the Super Wizard Tower. And a Furnace coming out of the Clan Castle with a Lava Hound. Okay. One thing about this Zap army is that he doesn't have a lot of spells to support these throwers. Only a skeleton spell and a totem spell, which he's probably going to want to save for that back-end revenge tower. Moving quite slowly here, though. Moving quite slowly here. Halfway through on his time, but not quite halfway through on the base. Running a bit behind schedule, but everything deployed and moving quickly. Jumps into the core way too early. I mean, nothing can even use that jump spell. Not even remotely close to using it, so... Not sure what he's going for there. It's probably going to run out, you know, in the next, what, 20 seconds or something? I don't know how long it lasts, but... Very interesting with the jump spell there. I mean, he needed some more support for this Revenge Tower, right? I mean, the Revenge Tower just kills everything. The RC, the Warden. The healers do keep the Queen alive. But she's not going to live in that pocket of damage there. And everything is dead. Which means that no matter what happens now, Sword Assassin will win the match. Because Carry Esports apparently forgot to use the Dragon Duke, I guess. Very weird. Very, very weird indeed. Yuzi P is up next. He's taking the throwers here with the Dragon Duke once again. Looks like Sword Assassin have somewhat of a brain, I guess. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Okay, let's see what he can do here with the throwers, though. Does have a revive spell, assuming that's going to be for the Dragon Duke. Starting this one off with a Warden charge into the mono, supported by the 2 furnaces. I like it. I like it indeed. But where is he going to enter afterwards? If he goes into the back of this fire spitter, he does leave the Revenge Tower in quite a tricky spot. But if he goes into this side of the base, then he's going to be hit by this fire spitter and this fire spitter, but could get the Revenge Tower down a little bit earlier. Let's find out. Let's find out indeed. Warden still doing his charge. Taking his sweet time to get through all of the storages. I wonder if the Greedy Raven might have been a better option here. Just to get through those storages a bit better. I don't know. Maybe something that didn't jog his mind. But he spends a lot of time on the Warden charge and doesn't really get down any key defenses. Greedy Raven would have been better, dude, I think. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, Queen coming in now with the King on the left-hand side of the base. Oh, Warden is somehow alive. I think, was that the bomb hive that was hitting him? I don't know. But the Warden almost went down there. Dragon Duke stalling up the Queen. Okay. Freeze is nothing. Okay, interesting freeze spell for sure. Interesting freeze spell for sure. Dragon Duke coming into the opposite side of the base. He is going to deal with the Fire Spitter, although he keeps walking. He keeps walking because of the air sweeper. Keeps pushing him out. He goes down. Oh boy. This is not looking good. Hold on, is he going to 1-star? Is he going to 1-star? All he needs to do is get a 2-star. I think revive the Warden, right? Yeah. Revives the Warden. And gets the Town Hall down. That's all he really needs to do. Because now he has secured the 2-star, which does mean that Carry Esports can't catch up. I don't think this one's going to make it to the 3-star. Because he's really out of time. And he's also running out of power here. Didn't quite go to plan on this one, but nice try for Yuzi. Okay, Klaus closing the war. Also not using the Dragon Duke. What? Carry Esports clearly haven't tested it or something. I don't know. But it seems a little bit dumb to me to not use the new Dragon Duke because I think he is quite strong. I'm sure you guys would agree. Anyways, Klaus bringing the throwers here with 7 balloons. He definitely has enough Cocoa balloons because what do you mean 7 balloons? Flame Flinger towards the top side of the base. Okay. Warden doing his thing. Nice, nice, nice. Gets down the Ricochet Cannon and the Scatter Shot. It's looking very good so far. It is looking very good so far. Whoa, what? Klaus with the Fireball into the core. It goes to the wrong building. So he doesn't get the CC and the Inferno Towers down. That was not the plan. That was not the plan. Just a little bit late there with the Icebox spell. Queen coming in. Where's the Queen? She's going with the throwers. Interesting. Queen goes with the throwers. Flame Flinger still doing its job. Queen ability is forced. Not too sure. Apprentice Warden went down there. Wait, does he? Yeah, he has an Apprentice Warden. His Apprentice Warden goes down. These throwers are going to be very low on HP now. The Queen is getting fried by the mono. Has to invest a totem spell. RC on the opposite side of the base with the King. These throwers are really struggling though. They are really struggling. The Queen once again stepping into a bunch of damage. The Furnace takes down his Warden. He doesn't even bother and save the Queen. I guess he's going to try and keep his RC and King alive with his remaining spells. I don't know. This was not his plan, that's for sure. I think the CC really messed him up here without any poison spell. Because he did miss that fireball at the start of the attack. And actually, there really isn't a whole lot of base left. But the throwers did like absolutely nothing on this attack. And it is going to fall short for Klaus. Lucky Wen is closing the war then for Sword Assassin, not making use of the Dragon Duke. For the first time with Sword Assassin. Okay. Wait, what happened to his Flame Flinger? Hold on, what? What happened to bro's Flame Flinger? It got cooked by something. I don't know what. A bowler with a Yeti. Okay. Why not, I guess. Interesting with the bowler. I don't know why he brought the bowler there, I guess. For a bit of flair. All he needs to do here, though, is get a 1-star. And that is it. So, we'll see what happens. Raging up 2 Super Drags into the merge cannon here. Can he get the revenge tower down? Ooh, go drag. Go, one more shot, one more shot, one more shot. Oh, doesn't quite get the revenge tower down though. And it's going to start being healed up. King and Queen left to utilize. Okay. The E-Drags are really struggling with that poison tower there. Maybe rage them up, question mark. Maybe rage them up. Oh, Minion Prince doesn't get distracted by the totem. Rages up his own Minion Prince. Not a great rage spell at all. Totem onto the long shot. All of the E-Drags are dead. The Minion Prince barely hanging on. King and Queen now coming into the mono. Minion Prince going to Phoenix. Skelly spell and a free spell left to utilize here. But it is looking more like a 1-star than a 3-star here. Just kidding. He does get the Town Hall down. Pops the Queen ability. And it's down to the King and the Queen here to finish off the rest of the base. But the long shot stays up. The Queen is never going to aggro that long shot. Just kidding. She is. But as you guys can see, no healing on the Queen. She dies very quickly there to the Inferno Tower. Decent percentage here. Looks like he might be able to reach 89. Yeah, it's going to be an 89% 2-star because of the 2 skeletons. But all he really needed here was the 2-star. And that does win Sword Assassin the match. Let's wait for him to hurry up and finish the attack. No one cares about your next, your final skelly. There we go. As you guys can see, Carry Esports, not a great performance today. Sword Assassin really smashed it with the new hero. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.